Hello everyone, this is KLTM 2021 and I'm back with my second LordVerse scaling video. Just a quick reminders, I'm recording this early in the morning, so that's why I sound a little raspy, and this video is not scripted because I'm too lazy to make my own scripts. I just read and ad-lib. So with that in the way, let's get started with our first attack potency. Let's go to the oxygen destroyer feat for a moment. So I did the calculations, and the radius of the oxygen destroyer was 9,120 meters. And the depth / height was a bit inconsistent with the video in itself, but I went with 1,762 meters. Why? Because 1,000 meters is the volume in which, I mean, not the volume, but the depth in which seamounts are usually found in. And actually Dinomania herself said that would be valid, the 1,000 depth. And the 762 meters came from the fact that most mushroom clouds, well, actually technically the Hiroshima cloud went up to a height of 762 meters or 2,500 feet. And since it didn't look like it went anywhere higher, we're gonna go with 1,762 meters. Using the cylinder formula, which is pi times the radius squared times height, we get that the volume of the mushroom cloud is 460.177 billion cubic meters. Now, so I don't know how they did this, but they took around so my fellow power scalers, when they did the MonsterVerse oxygen destroyer calcs, they took 3/4 ish away from it. Hold on, actually, let me do the math here, just to make sure. So they took a certain chunk away from the actual volume of the cloud. Sorry for stuttering. Yeah, they took away 19% of the total volume. I think it's because part of it is actually air, so maybe that's why. But maybe I need to do a recalculation on that one. But I'm just gonna go with what they gave me for now. So oxygen density in both air and water is 21%. So taking 19% away from 460 billion, we got 375.655 billion, which multiply that by 0.21, and we get 78.8 billion kilograms. Now, the oxygen atom mass is 2.65 times 10 to the negative 26 power kilograms. So multiplying 78 billion by 2.65 times 10 to the negative 26 power, we get 2.96 times 10 to the 36 for the number of oxygen atoms. And since the energy of one oxygen atom is 0.00000000002 joules, multiply 2.96 times 10 to the 36 by 0.002, we get 3.37 times 10 to the 25th joules, or 14,193 petatons, making it multi-continental level. moving on to our next attack potency feat, we're gonna calculate LordVerse Godzilla's nuclear pulse. There's actually a formula for body surface area, which is the square root of height in centimeters slash weight in kilograms divided by 3060. In Godzilla terms, that is 11,003.3 times 78 million divided by 3,600, which we get 238.4 million, and square root that is 15,440 square meters. Plugging it into this calculator, which I'll link and show right now, and knowing that blue light has an emissivity of 1 and a temperature, and that LordVerse Godzilla has a temperature of 600,000 Kelvin, we get 1.1346 times 10 to the 20th power joules per second, or 27.1 gigatons per second. Since the pulse lasted 3 seconds, the pulse would be 81.3 gigatons, or island level. And hold up. Oh, I also calculated the feat for Dagon as well. I need to find it. Okay, here. So I'm using the same formula this time, okay? And this time I got 17,545 square meters. And replugging it back in, that'd be 30.8 gigatons per second. And since the pulse lasted 5 seconds, the pulse would be 154 gigatons, or large island level. So that's crazy. Moving on. This is basically the feat that made the LordVerse its current state. It's solar system level. How? Well, LordVerse Ghidorah can create a black hole that is anywhere between 500 meters to a kilometer in radius, and since he just basically waltzes through the holes as if he was going to the local Target store, he would obviously scale to the black hole. So I plugged them into a calculator which determined the Schwarzschild mass for a black hole that would be formed of nothing but little matter, as if condensation happened with nothing but a chopstick. And once I got the mass, I plugged it into the equation of how energy is formed, which is mass, which is the E equals mc squared, mass times the speed of light squared. And I was able to piece together the following. For the 500 meter radius, I got 3.0257 times 10 to the 46 joules, or solar system level. And for the kilometer one, I got 6.05147 times 10 to 46 joules, still solar system. And Godzilla scales to these since he'll fight Ghidorah as usual and injure and break his durability. And yeah, but there is another thing. Hold on, I need to find it though. Again, I didn't script this. Okay, so Dynamania also said that the diameter of the moon is the highest it can go in terms of the black hole's own diameter, or the moon's radius is equivalent to Ghidorah's largest black hole radius. Meaning, according to my calculations, it's 1.05 times 10 to the 50th joules, which is still solar system level. But still, 10 to the 50th joules is still insane. Yeah, you can destroy the solar system with that, but unfortunately his AoE won't allow it. So, whoops. Alright, moving on. Now, so, alright, but oh yeah, I forgot to clarify. Attack potency and durability are basically the same. I'm just putting that out for you guys. So this is what. All right, this is our calcs. This is a calc in which Muto Prime dug down and then basically just, you know, made a giant hole in there. Anyway, this calc is called dig a tunnel. Anyway, so in episode 2, between the 1 minute 14 to the 1 minute 19 second mark is when Baby G noticed something was wrong, so Prime took the chance to surprise him from underneath. I'm assuming the depth was around 200 meters, since Baby G didn't really hear the rumbling until the 1 minute 8, like didn't really hear the rumbling increase until the 1 minute 18 second mark. So it would be around 200 meters. So meaning he dug at a speed of 40 meters per second. I'm assuming the hole diameters are 135 meters just so that it could support its spikes as well. Digging time would be around 14 seconds, since that's when Muto Prime lost Baby G's trail. Again, the cylinder formula, we're bringing it back up again. It's pi r squared height. Pi times r squared times height. So pi times 67.5, which is the radius, squared, times 560, which is 40 times 14, is 8 million cubic meters of rock. And for the 2 instances that Prime dug down and up, that equate to 5.72 million cubic meters of rock. Adding that all together, we get a grand total of 13,745,552.6112 cubic meters of rock. And we gotta convert it to cubic centimeters, because, you know, math. So pulverization for limestone, which I'm gonna go ahead and say that it is limestone because it's sedimentary. I don't see any igneous rocks in there, no volcanoes. So I'm gonna say it's limestone. So the pulverization force for limestone is 250 joules per cubic centimeter. So multiply 13 trillion, actually. Yeah, 13 trillion cubic centimeters by 250, and we get 3.436 times 10 to the 15th joules, or large town level. Not solar system, but we still have something for that. Alright, this is not attack potency, but I'm just gonna skip ahead and then just show you guys what's up. So, if anyone wondered how much the Muto Prime throwing over the shoulder thing was, it's actually kind of easy. You just need to find the force of it. Force is mass times acceleration. Muto Prime weighs in at 113,000 metric tons, but in this case scenario, we had to use 113 million kilograms. For acceleration, Dagon held and flung Muto Prime in 3 seconds, but since we don't know what the distance is, I'm gonna say 600 meters. The cave itself looks like it's gonna be longer than double Dagon's length. So I'm gonna just say it's 600 meters, meaning he threw that thing at 200 meters per second, meaning that Dagon would have had to exert 22.6 billion newtons of force in order to pick Muto Prime up. And let me just say, he did with relative ease. So this would put Dagon and the rest of the LordVerse Gojira species into lifting strength class G, which is the average Godzilla lifting strength, but you know, it's still a really good feat. Okay, this is gonna be a little farther. This was a thing for Rodin's Dash Crash. Instead of using force, we're gonna use kinetic energy, because that's how we determine collisions. So KE, which is kinetic energy, equals 1/2 times mass times velocity squared. Rodan weighs in at 48,000 metric tons and goes at a speed of Mach 5. His KE would be 16.87 kilotons of TNT, which is still more than the Hiroshima bomb, but it could have been a lot more. Alright, I think this is one of our final calculations in terms of attack potency. So instead of me doing the actual math, I plugged it into a calculator for the asteroid dash. I took the name literally, seeing what I got. So the diameter of Rodan would be 370 meters, because that's actually his wingspan. The density would be 1.125 grams per cubic centimeter. I got that from Godzilla 2014's volume. That's all I really had to base off of. Plus, the law of conservation of matter says matter cannot be created nor destroyed. So there you go. And so for his official asteroid dash speed, which is around 4.2 kilometers per second, or Mach 12, that would be 67.7 megatons, or city level. Rodan at the average asteroid speed, if you were to go that far, would be 2.4 gigatons, or large mountain level, if we were going at the average asteroid speed of around 25 kilometers a second. And Rodan at the top asteroid speed, which is around 71 kilometers per second, would be 19.6 gigatons, which is island level. And finally, let's go with speed. It's actually relatively easy. Using the distance between Rodan and Muto Prime, we can find that the atomic breath traveled at a speed around Mach 1.2, or supersonic levels. And another thing is that the atomic breath has gone real fast, in other formats as well. Actually, let me try to find it in chat. Speed. Yeah, okay, so consistently it would be consistently it would be a speed of supersonic. Alright, in terms of atomic breath speed, subsonic, not subsonic, supersonic is probably the most consistent that we got. But let me just say the most impressive speed feat we found was in Rodan. So I asked Dinomania whether the lasers in the Zillion mothership is actually lasers, and then she said yes. Just so you guys know, lasers travel at a speed of light, the speed of light, and Rodan dodged those. That gives them easy speed of light reaction speed. They can go, LordVerse Godzilla can finally go toe to toe with well, I wouldn't say toe-to-toe, but in terms of reaction speed, he can finally go toe-to-toe with most other Godzilla incarnations. And I'm finally glad that can happen. The lowest I can give this is high relativistic plus, but yeah, his reaction speed is light speed. Yeah, there's no denying it, I'm sorry. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. So let's just quickly go through some things. So the LordVerse is sorry, the LordVerse is solar system level, and at their highest, their speed or reaction speed would be around light speed, and their atomic breath speed or Godzilla's atomic breath speed would be around supersonic. I wouldn't say too impressive, but for like 1.5 episodes, it's doing pretty well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and leave a like, as it helps the channel a lot. And this time I put a lot more effort into my power scaling video, so I hope you guys can help me as well, and I hope you can support this channel as well. So stay tuned for my next video. Bye.